So we're back in No Man's Sky once again, and this time something interesting happened because a new patch just landed again. We're now at 1.34, and given that they have just released the Atlas Rises update, and it was full of bugs, as you would expect, they've been throwing out patch after patch after patch to fix a lot, and that's really good news because it means they're very actively working on it. It's not going to be a year from now that we see this stuff finally working. They're really working hard on it. And as you know, I've been reporting these bugs like crazy and making these videos to help with those bugs and help with the frustrations, not to complain about the game or discredit it in any way, but to merely help them improve it and make it what it should be or what it is. So that's what these videos are about. But that being said, I decided to log on again. I was going to take a day off from this game because I've been playing it too much lately, but I saw the new update and I decided to check it out. And this weird thing happens, and I have to reload my current save to show you. And this is again so I can report it and explain to them what happened in my end here, and hope that the next patch or something might fix this. But once we reload the save here, we get this weird message as soon as it loads in. I'm sure this is not news to anyone. I'm sure anybody who logged in today probably got this message, or the next time you log in, you're probably going to get this message, because I know this is part of a bug that people were dealing with. And just as soon as this takes off, I'll be able to talk about it a little bit better. As soon as it loads up. It doesn't usually take this long. It's only because I'm making a video, isn't it? A watched pot never boils, and a watched loading screen never loads. There it goes. Alright, so we open it up. I'll talk about that mission freighter salvage here in a second. There. So this popped up, Remembrance. Now, I kind of know what's going on here, because the Heart of the Sun I recognize. This is part of the Atlas Path update, and the problem people were having was, I guess in some way, if you go out of order or you tell one of the Atlases to stick it, or you don't have a high enough ranking to unlock that Atlas gets skipped. And it gets skipped so that you can't get a recipe, but then you can continue on and get further recipes, but you can no longer get that recipe. And these recipes are all based on a series of recipes. So we'll go into my starship because there's more slots here. The first one you get, you have to go over here. The first one you get is Captured Nanode, which is just Iridium. That's easy enough as is. But then, as you'll see here, we'll jump up to New Spheric Orb, and it says Englobed Shade and Nickel. I don't know what Englobed Shade is. I must have somehow missed or skipped that Atlas. Or there might be several in the chain. It might go from Captured Nanode to Englobed Shade. Because after this, it goes New Spheric Orb. And you can see that in Dark Matter, New Spheric Orb is right there. So clearly, I need to make this to make this. And then this has Dark Matter in it, so it's a train. It's a recipe train. I have to start here, end up here, and basically eventually end up to that Remembrance, which I just got. Now, I don't know if this is all that important because it's for the Atlas Path, and I'm not really too keen on following that. But the problem is they gave me that one recipe, but as you'll notice, it's not here. I have Nove Reclaim It. That's new. I didn't actually have that yesterday that I can remember. Maybe I did. I don't know. But I stopped going to the Atlases once I realized that there was a bug. So I haven't been collecting new recipes at all because it doesn't really matter because I can't bridge this gap right here. And I'm not really sure if and when they fix that, but every time I go to a new Atlas on the Atlas Path, and you have to follow the Atlas Path, even though there's Atlases all around me when I go into the warp screen, I can't go to those, they don't do anything. But, I mean, they go to, okay, I'll get in my ship if you'll shut up, alright? Here, I'll give you an example since I'm getting in my ship anyways. And yes, I'm still doing the manufacturing facility, exploit, which I did in a previous video, so check that out. But, so if we go to my warp map here, you can see that By the way, I'm not a big fan of the new warp gate controls. It's so hard to get. There we go. All right. So as you can see, I have Atlas stations all around me, but if I go to those, they don't have any interaction. So these are just there for no good reason. I have to go to the next one on the path to unlock further recipes for that quest line. But since I apparently missed one or missed several, I'm not sure, along my way because I was too busy exploring. I was too busy having fun with all the other new elements of the game, and I somehow missed one. I can't progress this storyline. But on top of that, they gave me that freebie recipe, but I don't have it. It's not in my inventory anywhere. Not to mention I don't have the ingredients to build it. As I saw, it said the Heart of the Sun or something. I don't have that yet, but that's, I'm sure, is continuing on from this thing. Let's see here. Does that state phasure? So I've got the chain up to a certain point. So I'm assuming it's probably after this one or a couple more. I'm not sure. But the point is, they gave me that recipe, but I do not have that recipe, and that's a bug. Number one. And number two, they still haven't fixed the fact that I can't get the items in this gap right here. I can't go from captured nanode to new spheric orb because I can't make englobed shade, which I don't know where that stacks on this train, whether it's right after this one or in between these, or there's several steps into it. So that's the problem, and I appreciate that they tried to fix it, but they did not fix it, and I just want to address that so that they can shift their focus to it, because this is really frustrating, because I as I'm playing the game, I'm kind of feeling stuck in a certain location, because I feel like if I go too far away, I'm going to continue to lose this train and not make it to the next Atlas and get the next recipe. But more so, I don't want to get the next recipe. I want to get an earlier recipe, and I don't know how to return, if I even can, to the next Atlas. And all that simply would be is that they either need to A, wipe my progress so that I can start over. I don't mind. It's not like the Atlases are hard. You walk in, you talk to it, it gives you a thing, you walk out. It's not that difficult. So either wipe my progress so I can start over and do it correctly, or give me those recipes that I missed, or make it so that the next Atlas I visit gives me those recipes and we pick up from where I left off. I'd honestly rather them restart, because I wasn't fully paying attention when I was doing it. But this is the issue, and I just needed to address it so that I can easily report it. And the reason I like doing it in video rather than just type them a message is because they can hear the frustration in my voice. They can understand that they can understand what is going wrong exactly in more detail. And lastly, by drawing attention to it publicly, it puts more of an effort on them to fix it, because now all the people viewing this video know about this problem. And also, it could also help them if you're also as confused as I was until recently as to why you're unable to craft certain ingredients. This is why, is that there is a bug in this quest line that can keep you from progressing. So that's a big deal, and it really needs to be fixed. Even if you don't want to do the Atlas path, I'm a tad bit of a completionist, so I kind of want to be able to at least explore that route and see what happens. I know the outcome already. It got spoiled to me while I was looking this up, and it's not, as far as I can tell, not that exciting. But I still want to do it, because again, as I said in my previous video about the bane of the recipes being a convoluted mess right now, it's taking away gameplay. And it would be fun, because I have rubium, I have, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but I have those ingredients except for the photic jade. And it would be fun gameplay to go try to construct these, whether I want to use them or not. And by not being able to do this, it's removing chunks of gameplay. So I don't have a complete game. Even if I don't want to go certain routes, I would like to have those routes. So anyways, that's all I had to say about that, and I just wanted to draw attention to it. And if you have any kind of answers or similar problems, please comment and let me know if maybe there's a solution that I am not aware of. I know that the patch just dropped literally a few hours ago, so I'm not really expecting much. And most of this patch had to do with portals and teleporting and stuff like that, and that's something I really wasn't doing anyways. So it didn't really fix any of my problems as of yet. But then again, I only reported most of them yesterday. So so if they even get around to them, you know, it's going to be a while. So yeah, so that's that. And so thank you for watching. I'm going to go back to harvesting manufacturing facilities for hours on end and hope that maybe I can unlock some more recipes so I can actually play this game. But thank you for watching, and you know, hopefully in the next video I'll be able to post something fun and exciting and not just more complaining, because I really am not complaining as much as I am in these videos when I'm playing the game. For the most part, it's been fun since the new update, and this is the most fun I've had in the game since it dropped. I'm very excited to see where it goes from here, but it does still need a lot of work, and I'm just trying to do my civil duty to draw attention to where it needs work. And thus, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye!